Thank you for coming through and for being here for this Cheche session, headlined by the one and only Michelle Gatuiku. And before we proceed, so if you're taking any videos or photos, that is prohibited. No, it's not. Just kumbuka ku tag Cheche Books on Instagram, Cheche_sessions still on Instagram, on Twitter, Cheche Live Sessions. Kindly. So tufanye the promotion. So we'll have a conversation with Michelle here. And as you've been told, naitwa Afrikan, and the platform that I run is called Sanaa. Sanaa. It documents, highlights, and reviews Kenyan music and Kenyan arts. So if that is something you're into, tatupata YouTube. We have so many videos, wezi maliza, and I need your numbers because numbers is what matters. So tutaanza na how this starts normally, if you've been here before. Kuna some basic questions and then we'll get deeper as we proceed. Michelle, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Favorite movie of all time?
Of all time? Off the top of my head, 3 Idiots.
Did someone say no? They're dissatisfied with that response. It's your response.
It's fine. Randy's looking at me like, why?
Of all movies.
3 Idiots.
So, best book you've read this year?
That's easily Unbury Our Dead with Song by Mukoma Wangugi. It's a very beautiful book.
Iyo mjasoma, so you can't grant in disappointment. Best song ever written?
Yes. Guys. Oh, wow. Best song ever written. I don't think I have one. I don't have one. I don't have a best song ever written. I don't think I do.
I'm sure some names are popping up in your head.
I'd say one of them would be Elusive by Lianne Havas. What other song? There's so many in my head. Laura Mvula, Make Me Lovely as well. There are too many. I can't pick one.
Those are 2. Favorite jazz record of all time?
Oh, I'll say an album. The 1963 Louis and Ella. They sing a bunch of jazz classics, and it's a beautiful, beautiful album. Yeah, that's my fave, off the top of my head.
Favorite Kenyan jazz musician? You are cheating.
I think it's not maybe even like a vocalist, but instrumentalist. Tim Riongo, the saxophonist. Yeah.
That's a good one. Cindy, that's legit. That's legit. Would you rather ukue a doctor for the rest of your life and interact with that world and no music completely and interact with the music world, or vice versa? Ukue a musician for the rest of your life and don't interact with udaktari in that world completely.
Do I have to choose? Do I? But I can't give up music. Nah, bro. I'd have to be a musician and never interact with like medicine again. I think that's the one I'd pick, yeah.
After 7 years.
I mean...
You're letting go of 7 years of turmoil.
You asked, you forced my hand. If that... I think I'd live a more wholesome life in that way.
All that school fees.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad.
So you have a history with such intimate sessions as a performer and also as an organizer. You've had afternoon sessions, you've had your own living room concert series. How does it feel kukua kwa such a space once again?
It feels like home. It feels like it's just where I'm supposed to be. It feels like what's normal to me. It feels like what comes naturally. So it feels wholesome to just be in a space where I can connect with you once again and enjoy your company in such a lovely, lovely setup. So thanks Cheche Bookshop and Cafe, and thank you to Cheche Sessions, because I've missed this for sure. Yeah, it feels good. It feels like home. Mm-hmm.
You're clearly belaboring your point of choosing music. and I am curious.
Yeah.
You've mentioned Ella. I'm curious about the lineage of jazz singers that you come from and who've made Michelle be who Michelle is at this point kwa career yako and your exploration of your music.
I understand. Lineage. I don't know if I can say lineage in the sense of the black people who have come before me, who pretty much created this genre by amalgamating all their different styles of music from Africa and finding a home in it, in a place that was not their home. So the black people who carried that musicness in them to the States and developed that and brought it back home and again melded it. It's just a continuing, evolving genre. So in terms of lineage, I think that's how I'd trace it. But actually, interesting enough, like we weren't in a home that listened to jazz music. My sister is here. Moe, did you ever listen to jazz at home? No, not really. No, my dad likes country music. When you say Kenny Rogers, my mom likes Michael Smith, pale kwa gospel. So we weren't really like a fully musical home, but I just grew into it by my listening ear. That's where my lineage for jazz comes from.
At what point did that start becoming a thing for you? Were you cognizant that I am loving jazz and this is something that Neza pursue?
Maybe 4, 5 years ago, like 2017, 2018, around there. Because that's when I also started singing a lot more. So I think that's where it just developed as, okay, this sounds nice. Then I was like, I want to be able to sing this. So that's where it comes from. Mm.
You've mentioned the history of jazz and capture the lineage in some way or form, which takes me to the next question. And you performed this song for your first set, Unga, when you released 2020.
Yep.
And jazz is very political. It's a very political form of music and an art form and a movement. And looking at that intersection, music na politics, what was the process that you went into ndio uandike Unga? What was that process?
The process was similar to how I write, I think, all my pieces, which is just sitting with my thoughts and finding the words to say what I'm trying to communicate. And it was a matter of, and that always begins first also with observation. So watching news, for example, and just seeing what's going on. So, for example, in the song, in the chorus, I say, polisi haramu, narudi nyumbani natoroka risasi. So that was just visualizing on Twitter and on news the extent of police brutality that was going on. So that just goes back to what it means also to be a musician. Like, you have to be an observer, just an artist in general, a human being in general. You have to just observe what's going on. So that was the process for me, starting by observing and then finding the words to say what I'm trying to say. Especially for that song, I wrote it from the perspective of someone who that individualistic urban setup lifestyle has just completely tarnished their entire livelihood and their source of living and everything, and they just have to go back to where it's safe. That is home, wherever that is for them. So it was a hard piece to write, especially because it was hard to see that in people experiencing that kind of hardship and things going south that quickly, and within a year people's lives changed. So, yeah, that was my process.
Anyone here who watches the news still?
Twitter is news.
Dead silence. And I hope that's not your response to everything that's happening. The dead silence. And whenever nafikiria kuhusu socio-political songs, there is an angle of discussion that comes up, and imekama pia whenever kumekuwa na sessions hapa regarding the impact of such songs. And what would you say the impact was, kwanza, on you? And then what do you think is the role of Unga specifically in the grand scale of things?
Wow. The second part of your question is hard to is very hard to answer, because it's something like what I struggle with even finding out what is the, not the point, but what is the impact of music in general in the grand scheme of things, as you said. So sometimes it's like, is music, am I writing for me? Am I writing for a purpose? Am I writing for my people who listen to my music? And yeah, it's a hard question to answer, because like, but I've realized that the point is to say what's on your mind. The point is to speak, to be something, to stand for something. So that was my stance. That was my way of saying, actually, let's not be silent. If something is going on and you're seeing it, then it is right. It is in your capabilities. If it's right, if it's in your capabilities, then say what's on your mind. Whoever it lands on, anyone who listens to it might agree or disagree, but that's not the point. The point is just to have said what's on your mind, because silence is worse than anything. Yeah. What was the first part of it? I forgot. I've completely forgotten.
Impact ya Unga on you.
On me. Well, the impact that Unga had on me was it forced me to reflect from a perspective that was not my own, from a perspective that was shared. It was shared. It was, there was everyone, and generally we were all feeling the effects of a strained economy, a strained community. But in my perspective, it was a fairly peaceful time for me, right? Like, I was able to write my EP, and thankfully I was still able to eat and sleep every day. But that was not the reality for most people. So it was a time to also reflect and be thankful for what I have. And
are on Facebook still. Damn. Goofy there next to Patricia. Damn. Only Goofy ni wewe tu. Patricia, you are. Victoria as well.
like, why?
For why?
For why?
So the reason I'm bringing this up is because your Facebook bio, which you've abandoned, ikona cobwebs.
What does it even say? I don't even know.
It reads becoming.
Oh gosh, that's a long time. That's a long time ago. I really haven't. Yeah. Oh, I need to go for royalties.
So currently, this moment now,
Okay.
what is becoming to you?
Oh man. I think becoming for me right now is existing. Like, as long as I keep taking one step at a time, that's already me becoming something else. I'm not the same person that I was literally 30 minutes ago. None of us are. So for me, becoming is to continue living.
Such a philosopher.
Continue living and continue breathing and continue educating myself. That's a very important part of how I see becoming for me right now. It's continually, what's the word? Indulging into things that I don't know and being curious. To just find out about the world, to stay curious. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that, what's the last thing you educated yourself about that was fun?
That was fun.
Yes.
Well, I was looking at the lyrics for O Holy Night. That was as I was performing yesterday at Engage. I educated myself about lyrics, and I learned of Celine Dion's rendition of that song, and it was beautiful. Yeah, I can't remember anything else from the top of my head, honestly.
The Kenyan education system, cramming, these are the repercussions. And then your parent pays school fees for 7 years and you choose music and you abandon that. These are the repercussions here. So again, still on Sky Up Above, which is your debut EP that you released last year in January, there's something that I noted then and then as of recent. So I think a day after you released the EP, you were sort of surprised that people took the time to listen to the work and you shared the sentiment publicly. And then just a few days ago, you've made it available for purchase on Hustle Sasa. And for the video, ulikuwa unasema you're not sure how you feel about this, about you putting it up for sale, and you're not sure if it's worth the 600 bob that someone would pay.
Yeah.
I get why these feelings of skepticism, or is it uncertainty? Take us through that.
I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier about trying to find what the point is. Because first of all, my existence even in music sometimes feels like I'm treating it like a child or something I go into and come back out of constantly just because of the kind of life that I live and doing med and all that. But that always makes me feel like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like it's difficult to deal with that because, damn, I'm put on the spot. Damn, I feel emotional. Yeah, so it just feels like, is it worth it? Are people still interested? Is it? Yeah, just what's the point? Yeah.
Just say what you want to say.
That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say.
Feel as if you're holding back, but it's okay. We shall go to the questions that we have here. So many.
Quite. I don't think we'll do all of them.
Natrai kuhepa hizi pia. I see. Escapism.
You're being loud.
Escapism.
You're being loud.
What's your favorite shower song? Na huyo aliandika jina lake hapa, think ni Paulo. Akiweka smiley.
Oh gosh, I don't think I have a favorite shower song. It just depends on literally what I've listened to during the week or in the last minute. So I don't have a go-to like Mariah Carey or like Whitney. No. Nah, but I know that's most of you guys. Semeni ukweli. Nah, I need to hear your shower songs. Who wants to tell me? Their go-to shower song.
Anyone wants to share? Dead silence once again.
No?
For some of us for some of us who come from a different side of Nairobi, which is called Eastlands, the song that utaimba huko ndani depends on the temperature of the water. It's very circumstantial. So, loved your performance and your articulation of themes. How can one stream your music online? How can one stream?
All right. I'm on all platforms. My EP Sky Up Above is on all platforms. You just, whichever streaming service you use, you search my name, Michelle Gatuiku, and I will be there. I'm also on YouTube as well. And recently also put it up on Hustle Sasa for purchase. So that's how you can access my music.
I am super excited to be hearing you live. Sundays is such a beautiful song. This has a print here, Patricia.
Oh, thank you.
Just a comment. I've known your songs for a short while, but they seem to hit just the right chords. They speak a lot of feelings and experiences I relate with. You're amazing, and so is your music. Yes, thank you.
I appreciate
Finally,
you.
may come through when it matters most.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Again, on Sundays, clearly. And this is someone who just wants to mark territory. Who's the biggest fan of your song, Sundays? As in?
Randy. Randy, let me tell you guys, Randy is my sister's friend. So anytime he'd come to our house, first thing he'd say, Sundays. Like, hiyo ndio greeting. Hata hakuna sasa, no hugs, it's just. So I think Randy takes that one for now.
This is similar to what I asked. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite song? Choose to answer it in any way.
Sundays. Sundays is my favorite song.
Okay. Sundays is one of my fans. What inspired you to get into music? And P.S. Love your music, your biggest fan. Claiming territory once again, but someone different.
How did I get into music?
Yes. What inspired you to get into music?
I don't even think it needed inspiration. I just got into music. I loved it. I loved singing from forever. And music is just part of my blood. I think kuna red blood cells, kuna white blood cells, platelets, and then there's music for me. So it's just in my blood.
Proving that I'm a soma. Hey, Michelle, you're such an amazing singer. Great voice, good voice control, really good writer. It's inspiring to see you sing so well. Aww. Keep growing and conquering. That's from Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Your music is awesome and you're a brilliant artist. That's from Nyambura.
Thank you, Nyambura.
When are we getting a new EP or album? And can you please sing Lianne Rose for us?
Oh. And okay.
How do you balance making the EP and school at the time?
Okay. Lianne Rose. How does it start, you guys?
Since ulitaja kwa ngoma.
Let me get the lyrics because I know the ones in French.
In Kifaransa.
Christ. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, mais moi ça me fait quelque chose. Il entre dans mon cœur, un grand pardonnement dont je connais les causes. C'est lui pour moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, la jour pour la vie. Thanks, guys. I bet I was supposed to perform that song and put it on my IG. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yeah.
Mwenye ali request, ça va?
Ça va?
Ça va?
Bien.
EP wanapata when EP mpya or a new album?
I'd say 2024. Next year is when I'll probably work on it and all that. I think it'll be an album, but let me not say too much but I have even an EP. Maybe I think I'll do a single or something in Feb. I think I'll do something in Feb.
How did you balance making the EP and school at the time?
I didn't. I didn't balance. It was hard. It was too hard. Most times I ended up just doing one thing or the other, but it all influenced each other in different ways. Like me doing music influenced how I was as a medical student, and vice versa as well. So it was inspiring in both worlds. And I'd find myself also writing songs inspired by my life there. Actually, one of them is 8 o'clock. at song title 8 o'clock, which I actually want to perform right now. And I want to call up my guys. Let me just knock on the window and then they'll come.
As we are finishing this, for how long, I think, Ulijibui, have you been singing?
Yeah.
Okay, question to Michelle and Dan. How do you do your vocal practice?
How do I just write and sing at my piano. That's how I do my practice.
How do you decide what notes and melodies to choose when creating your songs? This is our last one.
What comes to me and what I feel describes what I'm trying to communicate the most, that's what I end up putting in my music. So the choice is influenced by what I'm trying to communicate. Yeah.
I think there's one more and then... Patricia, you can go ahead and shoot.
Sorry, I missed the sticky notes. Mm-hmm. My bad. But I'm going to do one of those things of mine is not a question. Mine is a comment. I think what you said about who we are 30 minutes ago, very different. Yeah, I came here and the song that you sang about your dog, I think completely changed also just how I see the world, because for the longest time, I have mourned my dogs, which, one died when I was 4, the other died when I was 10, then again when I was 13, and then I never felt like, I've never met people who, I'm 37 now, in like 2 days, but like, people who would feel the impact of it so much to write a song, for their dog. So I think that really moved me. And then the question around the impact of Unga, I think the impact of your music and just who you are generally is to give language to people, right? It's just giving language, because sometimes we feel things, but either we don't feel like we matter enough to voice that thought, especially with how the world is today. And sometimes you think, I have this thought, but I don't think I can share it because who am I to do that? I struggle with that a lot. And just to hear you sing a song like Unga, which is such a simple representation of how a lot of people are feeling. I think the impact of Unga and just your music, even, about your dog, it's just to give people language to express things in a way that they may not have known how to do. I have 2 questions. One, I grew up in a time where I was made to feel like I had to choose, right? So for me, it was really mind-blowing to see you pursue your medical career, your medical studies, and also pursue your music, not just as a hobby. I was made to feel like I did well in physics and the sciences, so I couldn't do music. And so my dream was cut short while I was still in school. So I always felt like music for me would just be the hobby. And also it was just like, also because I just internalized, it wasn't that good enough for them to feel like it can go beyond these things. But I'm curious as to what informed your decision to pursue both medicine and music actively, right? Was it your parents supporting you? Was it just you feeling like that drive to do it? Was it the community around you that gave you the tools to be like, yes, you can do medicine, and yes, you can pursue music and create the music? And then do you watch Grey's Anatomy?
Oh, man. What you said about giving language, I had never thought about that. But it's something I'll definitely take home with me, because I'm constantly trying to figure out, where does this fall in the grand scheme of things? What is the place? And I know necessarily that it doesn't need to have a place. It needs to exist. But what you've said about language just really touches me. And what you've said also about choosing between one thing and another, I think artistry is one of those things where it just benefits you to have done it for a long time. People who start playing the piano, for example, from when they're literally 0 months old, they end up also being very, 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 very exquisite players. And because of the kind of culture that you have here, as Africans, most homes are not encouraging of that from a young age. And you end up feeling the brunt of it because you find yourself learning when you can be creating, and you're learning as you're creating. And it's not a bad thing, it's a beautiful thing. But that's one of those things where parents and the way our culture is, I don't know where we lost that gene of music, because music is as African as it gets. But yeah, I don't know. Things just changed. I didn't necessarily choose to do both. I ended up just doing it. Like, it wasn't an active decision. I just find myself doing it. I find myself craving it and wanting it, and it can't even be something that I choose between. Yeah. Yeah. And no, I do not watch Grey's Anatomy anymore. I watched up till, I don't know. I watch on and off when my sister is watching. Yeah. And then, I don't know. It got too much. Now there are attendings. I don't know. I just liked them when they were interns and suffering because it felt more relatable. Now it just feels like, you all have it too figured out. And then it's constantly people dying and leaving, which is okay. Like, I don't run away from grief, but like, too many of my faves left as well. So not anymore.
So we have two quick ones here
okay.
that zimekuja.
Yeah.
So I agree with this one. Nasema, please sing for Howie again, please. Puppy Doll Eyes, love you, Lulu. That's one of that song on the EP.
We will.
And then lastly, what's your favorite Gengeton song?
I don't know if it's Gengeton, but what's this song that was sung in a supermarket, the music video? Yeah, I love that song, but I don't think it's necessarily Gengi, but that's the one that comes to my mind.
It is. Mare Mare.
Yeah.
It is. When Mare Mare.
No, sir. Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's the one. That's your favorite.
That's the one.
So, lastly, Argentina or France?
France, baby. They have more black people.
It had to go there.
Yeah, like.
Thanks to you for sitting through this session.
Sorry. Najua gota kwanjit. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Thanks to Michelle as well for joining us for this session. Just a reminder again, kama kuna photos or you want to quote the amazing Michelle here na kile amesema, or you want to tag the place on Instagram. On Twitter ni Cheche Live Sessions, Instagram ni Cheche Books na Cheche_sessions. Thank you so much for your time. Merci beaucoup. Thank you too, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Afrikan.
This was a dream of mine.
Yeah.
To interview Michelle.
He put a review of Sky Up Above, Michelle. Like, as soon as it came out. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for this. Thank you too.